runs in for 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Fresno State, 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. To the air. It's Blunt. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. Moving out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arizona State is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over the Stallions. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Back to pass. He'll get rid of it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the right. It's complete.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms and he can jump. So what do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Power football with the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
This time it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on fourth down. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I know that goes down as a completion, but hear me out. Defenses want hits on the quarterback. They want to make him feel uncomfortable. They want him to start seeing some of those ghosts later on. There's one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to keep it in the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
North Texas lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's straight. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. They've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Blunt. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he dropped it. That that catch.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls in the deep ball. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Into the secondary on the run. Touchdown, North Texas. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you can see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on the football field. A top-5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
And I think that's one of the hardest routes to defend. When you're outside and they're running comebacks, you think about it, it looks like it's going deep, I can't get beat deep. Receiver sits down, but how about the break on the football, getting in between him and the receiver and making the big play?
And the Bulldogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. To the air, it's Blunt. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation.
He's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Blunt. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
Fresno State, 20.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Coffee. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
He's tackled at the 38-yard line. Brings up third down.
Play number 9 on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. Now well within striking distances. That 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 2nd and 8, long way to go. Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. North Texas doing business from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Coffee. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the bootleg. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive.
Touchdown, North Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or 2 to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Blunt. He's going up top here late in the game. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking to scramble. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.